Okay. Anyone else? No. Okay, okay. So this is one type of polynomial. Okay, I give you another one. Okay. So this is not a polynomial. But this is a function. So who can tell me what is a polynomial? Or I can give you another example of a polynomial. This is a polynomial. Okay. And the domain for this polynomial is up to me to define. Okay, do you understand the symbol that I use here? Do you understand this?
Yes.
Wait,
Do you know how to read that? Yes.
no.
Okay. No. So that read as X is a member of real number. Still remember your set? So for this one, the way we read the domain is X is a member of real number and X can't be 0. Do you know why I need to put a statement there? So that all these are functions. Can anyone tell me why I have to put this constraint here?
If X is 0, the equation is an error.
Oh, yes. If you put into the calculator, okay, if you put into the calculator, if you put when X equal to 0, Y is equal to 1/0, this is undefined. We don't call it infinity, we say undefined. So cannot, that means when the image is 0, when we talk about function, when the domain are all the possible value of the object. When the object X equal to 0, the image doesn't exist. So if an object there is no image, that means that cannot be considered as a function. So do you understand what is a function? So that is very crucial in the learning of this chapter from now onward. So these are the few things: domain, function. Okay, I will keep repeating it. So now can you tell me what is a polynomial, if possible? I think you have learned that,
expression,
right?
Expression which only include addition and subtraction.
Oh, only include addition and subtraction. Okay, never mind. It's okay because you are basing on Miss Do example, right? Yeah, you are basing on Miss Do example. Okay, I can give you another example that is not a polynomial. Okay, not a polynomial. So I can give you y equal to 1 over x plus 5 minus 3x. This is not a polynomial either. Because so my first example is not a good example. That mislead you, that you think that a polynomial doesn't involve subtraction or addition. So who can explain to me what is a polynomial?
Is it something that doesn't include fractions?
Okay, something that doesn't include fraction. Okay, so I can also give you like that. Okay, if I give you this is a polynomial, because the word that you use, I'm trying to lead you to the right thing. Okay, this is a polynomial. Y equal to half x squared minus 3x plus 5 over 2. This is a polynomial. So if you say doesn't include fraction, that is not true.
Does it include division?
Doesn't include division. What do you mean by division? Okay, if you say doesn't include division, this is also a polynomial. Let me quote you another polynomial. Okay, I put a tick here, I put here. Y equal to 5x squared minus 2 divided by 4. Does it include division? Include.
Excuse me, miss, can I try?
Why not?
Is it why, I mean, the image exists even when the object is 0?
Even the object is 0, the image exists even the object is 0. Can say so.
Miss, can I try?
But that is the part of the domain. I also can define my domain. I can constrain my domain. Like for example, correct? For example, correct? I can put my domain. For example, I can. It's up to the one who set the question to set the domain. So I can set my domain as. I only want you to study when I say the domain. I mean I want you to study the function when the x. Okay, I can say x between 5 to 10. I can do like that. So that this doesn't include 0, but this is a polynomial. You see or not?
Does a polynomial has to be a positive integer?
What do you mean by positive integer?
So like saying
Okay.
variables or maybe a fraction. So let's say 2 over x plus 3 or something.
Okay. Let me lead you. You are almost there. What do we call this in maths?
The power of x must be more than 1.
Not necessary.
It must be
more than one.
non-negative. It must not be negative.
It must be not negative. It must be more than 1. Okay. So like for example, if I give you this.
Is it a positive coefficient?
Okay, if you say coefficient is this one. This is called the coefficient. These are all called coefficient.
Teacher, must polynomial must be a square?
Exponent must have an exponent.
Must have an exponent. Some more. Is it must be a square? Okay, let me give you another. This is a polynomial.
The variable cannot
The
have
power
the
of
negative
the
power.
variable must not be negative.
Okay, if you say must not be negative, this is positive, but this is not a polynomial.
It must be a non-negative integer.
It must be a non-negative integer. So what non-negative integer, so it's positive integer. What must be a positive integer? What?
The
Power.
variable.
When you talk
Number.
about max, huh?
Yeah,
Power.
The
The
exponent.
power,
Oh,
the exponent. Yes, the power or the exponent, or we call it the index. Up to you how you want to define it. So what is a polynomial? So can someone give me the definition?
the power. No, the integer.
Yeah.
That is always positive.
Yeah, a polynomial is a function whereby the what? You can say the index, you can say the power. Yeah. The index of the variable must be a positive integer. Are you clear? Or if you say must be a whole number,
Yes.
it's also fine. If you say positive must be a whole number, also fine. So we have many types of polynomial.
Wait,
Okay.
teacher, is it possible to have a fraction as a polynomial?
No,
Cannot.
cannot. It must be a positive integer. Then we call it a polynomial. So
No
just now I
fractions are
told you.
Sorry.
So just now I told you this is not a polynomial. We don't call it a polynomial. Okay. Of the variables. Yes, the two variables. Yeah.
Is
Yes.
zero included?
That's why I say if you want to say positive integer can, but if you it's better to say whole number. Do you know why?
Because there's
Because if I have like that,
value.
if I have like that, so this is a power 0, correct? So y is equal to
0.
y is equal to
1.
5 to the x to the power 0 is 1.
5.
So y is equal to 5. So we prefer to call this a constant. Okay, that means when you draw the graph for this one, that means your y doesn't depend on x. So it's just a straight line like that. This is called y equal to 5. Am I right? And we call this a straight line that is parallel to x-axis, and we also call it is a horizontal straight line. Okay, so horizontal straight line, I'm teaching you already, horizontal straight line, the gradient is equal to
0.
So all this is something that you have to remember. I will keep using this over and over again in chapter 2, chapter 3. So you don't say Miss Lo didn't mention to you. This is something that you know. That's why sometimes when we talk about maths in a higher level, you can't do it is because your lower form or your high school knowledge, you forgot. So you better jot it down. So now everyone understand polynomial. So this one whole week, we are going to study 4 different types of polynomial. Okay, so I'm introducing you to the first one already. Okay, hello? Any question that you like to ask before I continue? Hello?
No.
Oh,
No, huh?
No.
Okay, now let's go to okay, who can answer this question? What is a linear function?
straight line.
The-
The maximum
fun-
power is 2 and yes. The function whereby
Linear.
the index of variable must be 1.
Correct. So linear function, it is a polynomial whereby the index for the variable must be 1. There are 2 variables there. Index of the variables must be 1. So usually the variable, we give it the name. Okay, if I write like that, are you familiar with this?
Yes.
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 M and C are constant. Am I right? So what is M? So you
Gradient.
see the
Gradient.
index of the variable, huh? What is M?
Gradient.
Then
Okay, M is the gradient. Okay, what is C?
Y-intercept.
Y-intersect.
Why you say Y, C is Y-intercept? Why you say C is Y-intercept? I want to know. What is Y-intercept?
The
Point
point
in
in
the
line
y-axis.
Huh?
A point in
Yes?
the y-axis.
Oh, point on the Y-axis. Okay, let's look at here. Okay, someone have given me, I think, a better one. Okay, let's look at here. If I
Is
have
it
a
why
graph-
the, sorry, is why where the y intersects with the x-axis?
okay, hold on first. Okay, so this is my Y-axis. This is my X-axis. I put the coordinate of this point as 3, 0. Okay, then I draw a straight line. Okay, by the way, linear function, the shape of the graph is a straight line. And I put this as 5. So how do you read the coordinate of point A according to this graph?
0, 5.
3, 5.
5.
Yes, someone have read it correctly. So when you talk about y-intercept and the x-intercept, you cannot say that you cannot say that the point that lie on the y-axis. So when I draw the graph, I can label my intersection of my axis in any way I like. It doesn't mean that all the graph that I draw, the intersection of my y-axis and x-axis must always start with 0. Not necessary. Unless it starts with 0, then we call it the origin. If not, it's up to me. I'm the one who plot the graph. As long as I plot the point of intersection between the two axes correctly, I state it correctly, then it's fine with me. So if I have a graph, straight line go in this way. If I put here 5, then this point B will read as 0, 5. Over here, 5 is the y-intercept. For, okay, I call this straight for L2. For here, this is my L1. So 5 is not the y-intercept. For L1. So now you tell me, what is y-intercept?
When x equals 0?
Yes. So when we say y-intercept, please take note, class. I've been teaching for so many years and I studied so clearly in my first lesson, and my student repeat the same mistake. Y-intercept is the y coordinate of a point that lies on the curve or the straight line, up to you, when the x coordinate is 0. This is very important. Hello? Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then,
Yes.
yeah. So do you know how to find the gradient?
What, negative y-intercept over x-intercept?
Yeah, so we try not to do that. So for me, I prefer to use y.
y2 minus y1 over x2 over
It doesn't matter whichever one you minus, but make sure x also do the same, okay? So just remember, this is good enough. Okay? So this is called a linear function. Okay, so now I think everyone know how to find the equation of a straight line, am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I give you another point here. Give you another point here, 8, 10. Okay, can you take some time to find the equation of straight line L1, then equation of straight line L2? Okay, can you? Just take some time to find the equation of straight line L1 and L2.
L1 equals to -1.
L1 equal to -1. Equation what? L1. How come L1 equal to -1? Hello? Equation, this one.
Y equals to X plus 2.
Y equal to X plus 2. Okay, hold on. Anyone who don't know how to get the answer? I have to put into this page, another page. The reason is because of the space constraint there. I don't want to cram everything inside there. And this is something that you must know how to get. This is 3, 0. I have a straight line. Here is 5. And here is 8, 10. Okay. Okay, do you need me to show you how to get the equation of this straight line? Hello? Class?
Yes.
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 Okay. So first of all, okay, I start from scratch. Okay. So you have 2 points. I call it point A, 3, 5. Okay. I called it point K, 8, 10. So when you have 2 points, first you must get the gradient. Gradient of a straight line, only for straight line, linear function, you can get it by using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you get this. So up to you how you want to take it, which one as y1, which one as y2, it doesn't matter. The formula will take care of itself. So you get this. 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. So the gradient is 1. Okay. Can someone tell me the meaning of this gradient? Explain. If I have a gradient of 1, what does that mean?
It is a horizontal straight line.
No. This is
No.
not y.
Just a
equal
straight
to
line?
1. So what do you mean by gradient?
The slope of the equation.
Okay, the slope. You are using another English word to represent gradient. You didn't explain to me the meaning of gradient.
Is it the midpoint?
No, it's
So where
not
the y
midpoint.
coordinate increase,
Yeah, someone has said,
the
yeah, the
increase
steepness,
of y.
the increase of y. How are you going to put it? So look, when we have gradient, that means we are talking about the relationship between y and x. When x changes, what happened to y? That is the meaning of gradient. So gradient, so better take note of this. So in this course, you have to know the meaning of each word that you are using. Gradient is the rate of change of y. In this case, our variable one is called y. Okay, of y. Okay, with respect to rate of change, rate of change of y with respect to x. So y, we call it, okay, there is a name for x and y. When you do the science experiment, y, we call it what? Can someone tell me? Y is called
A variable.
responding variable. That means the changes of y is depend on the changes of x. And x, we call it manipulated variable. So who manipulate it? I'm the one who in control, I manipulate it. So when we talk about gradient of 1 unit, so that is how we interpret when the gradient is equal to 1 unit. 1, it means when x increases by 1 unit, y increases by 1 unit. That is the meaning of gradient, 1. And always when we interpret, because it will respect to x, so this part, x is always increase 1 unit because you divide by x. So y increase by how many unit all depend on your this gradient. So that is your interpretation of gradient. If the gradient is positive, then y is increases. That is how you go. So you don't just find gradient without interpreting it. Are you clear? So now everyone know how to interpret gradient. After we'll use another example to test your understanding of how to interpret the gradient, okay? Yeah. Okay, so after we get the gradient, then what we do is, second step, you write down this equation. This is the general equation for straight line. I know there are many other equations, so I'm not interested in that. You want to use, you go and use it individually. I try not to use too many, so that there are certain students who want to follow, you can just follow this. It's fine with that. Okay, so my y, so now I have this. I also have a point that lie on the straight line. Up to me whether I want to choose 3, 5 or 8, 10. So I choose 3, 5. So this means this is my one of the particular value of x and one of the particular value of y. So I can put this into the equation together with my gradient. Then I can find the value of the c. That is, that means c is the y-intercept, okay? Because this is happen when x, okay, afterward I explain. So therefore, my equation will be y equal to mx plus 2. So let's test, see whether my 2 is the x-intercept or not. Is correct or not, y-intercept. When x equal to 0, so my y will be equal to 1 times 0 plus 2. So this is the y-intercept. Are you clear? So this is just another extra. So when I say ask you to find the equation, so done. So when you have positive gradient, that means x increases, y increases. And if it's a straight line, you just say y increases linearly. So this is what I want to bring to you, the meaning of the gradient. So everyone must know how to find the equation of a straight line. Okay, can I go to the second one?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so the second one, it will be, okay, can someone tell me the coordinates? What is the x-intercept? Never mind, I go back to mine. That is 3. Okay. So you jot down the 2 point, 0, 5, and 3, 0. So first step, get the gradient. 0 minus 5 divided by 3 minus 0. So I got -5 over 3. Then second step, I write down y equal to mx plus c, and I choose any point that I like. Okay, so I put in y is 0, -5 over 3. Actually, you don't have to do this step, is also can. Okay, just for the sake of who actually I know already, this is the y-intercept. You can just straight away put down. Yeah, so my c is equal to 5. So therefore, the equation y equal to -5 over 3 times x plus 5. Okay, can someone give me the interpretation of the gradient? When x increases by 1 unit. This statement is always true one, huh? So y, can someone tell me?
Decreases
Yeah,
by 5 over 3 unit.
yeah, decreases by 5 over 3 unit. So do you see? Decreases linked to negative. Negative gradient means it tell you why x manipulated variable is always increases. We always go from left to right. So the y will drop. That's why I call decreases. So it can decrease faster or it can decrease slower. So that is how it goes. Are you okay? So this is your linear function. You must know what is y-intercept. You must know what is x-intercept. You must know how to find the gradient. Hello? Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
You must know how to interpret the gradient, because that is a very important fact that we are going to go into the very first important topic. That is in chapter 2. Chapter 1 is all revision. Hello? Is that okay?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, huh? Okay, now I have this question for you before I end the class. Sorry, huh? Hold on, huh? Okay. Do you understand the meaning of this question?
No.
Okay. Bounded. How many straight lines are there?
One.
2. Axis
One.
is 1. 1.
3.
3. Axis is 2. 2 axis. You have the X and the Y axis. So first of all, what I will do is I will rearrange this. Am I right? So this is okay. Anyone got any issue with this?
No.
No, huh? So okay, so let me give you the visual of it. If I draw my straight line like that, do you think I'm drawing it correctly? Do you think I'm doing it correctly?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
No.
because it's a
Yes.
negative gradient, right? Hello? So
Yes.
now,
Yes,
so
miss.
when I say bounded by the straight line and the axis, that means I'm talking about there are 3 boundaries here. Bounded by this and the axis. Do you see the shape?
Yes.
Yes.
Angle.
So now, what is important here? What should I do in order to get the area of this triangle?
Find the value of intercept for both axes.
Yes, I'm supposed to get the coordinate. Oh, sorry. You see, there is the problem. Hold on, huh? I will draw again. I will draw again. Don't worry. Right? So what you need to do is you need to find this point and this point. Correct? So to find the coordinate for point A and point B, so what you need to do is you know that for point A, the X is equal to 0. Am I right?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Because this is
Yes.
the origin. This is the origin. Am I right? 0 here, you see?
Yes.
So what I need to do is I just need to put into here. I don't have to, I purposely rearrange this to let you know how the shape of the graph go. So I can just put in here. So next time when you see this out question, you can just straight away from here. You put in 2 to the plus 3y equal to 5. So my y-intercept, please, y-intercept, you better write as y-intercept is equal to 5 over 3. So here is 5 over 3, which means this distance is 5 over 3. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then
Yes.
for point B, I know that point B lie on the x-axis when the y-axis, the coordinate is 0. So the y is equal to 0. So I just put in 2x plus 3 times 0 is equal to 5. So my x-intercept is equal to 5 over 2. So the distance here is 5 over 2. So you must understand what you mean by bounded. That means that is the side of the shape. Okay, so therefore, the area is equal to, it's a triangle. You know how to get the area, am I right?
Yes.
Hello? So
Yes.
it's half base times height. You better learn this up properly, because I definitely will ask you. So it's 2 and 1 over 12 unit square. Done. So these are the things about linear equation, okay, that you are supposed to know. Okay. Are you okay? So got the last one, last one. Okay, can I move? I will post the recording in your WhatsApp. So whoever want to watch again, you can do so. Okay. Next, last one. Then I will dismiss you. Okay. If I have a straight line that is perpendicular to the x-axis, so what is the name we give to this straight line? What is the equation of this straight line?
X equals to 5.
Yes, so x equal to 5. So this is the vertical straight line. So be careful of the word vertical and horizontal. Still remember? Okay, I might as well put it here. Okay, what is the equation of this straight line? Do you need to use y equal to mx plus c? No need. Can you please tell me what is the equation of this horizontal straight line?
Y equals to -2.
Yes. So for horizontal and vertical straight line, you don't have to use y equal to mx plus 2. You know the equation straight away if I give you the coordinates of one of the points. Are you clear?
Yes.
Horizontal straight line parallel to x-axis. This is gradient equal to 0. This one, gradient undefined. Are you clear? Undefined. Because when x change, when y changes, x doesn't change. Are you clear? So take note of this thing. All this we will use it. Whatever I say today is all very important, and you will use it in your chapter 2. Better put a note on all this. Okay?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good. So any further question?
No.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
when the gradient is undefined, do we still have to calculate?
No need. How to calculate if it's undefined?
Got it.
Correct. Understood already. It's vertical straight line. There's no changes of x. So how to have the gradient? Hello? The changes of
Understood.
y is not affected by x.
Got it.
For the first one is telling you that the changes of y is not affected by x. And for the second one, is telling you that how much x change, it won't affect y. Okay? The y still remain as constant. Okay? Can? Okay, thank you, class.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Miss.
Thank you, teacher.
Cannot miss.
you.
Thank you, miss.
Yes.
Thank you, miss.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay.
Miss,
Yes.
I have a technical issue earlier just now. So
Okay. Okay.
can
I will.
get the attendance thing?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will take note of that.
Thank you, Miss. Sorry.
Welcome. Welcome.